here. I want to turn on my camera now.
Too late. They've already seen the truth. Welcome to finally. Welcome finally to a brand new Master Toons podcast. So we're saying Master Toons instead of Master Toons Heroes because that's what we've been doing for a while. All right, Jacob's apparently doing something. Anyway, because we've been doing Master Toons Heroes because as of late we haven't gotten a lot of teen. What the hell are you wearing? You look like the lone dead, like you look like the homeless cousin of Silent Snake.
You know what he looks like? He might just look like Zorro.
Oh my god, Zorro. He does!
No, is it Zorro from One Piece, or was it, what's that guy from One Piece called? Yeah.
Oh my god, you're right. Anyway, back off on a tangent. The reason why we haven't been doing this a lot of late is because we haven't had a lot of news to talk about, aside from occasionally some stuff leaked from Cartoon Network and stuff. Let's face it, I could give a shit about that. And tonight's lineup. Oh, sorry, I forgot to introduce everyone. My name is George Baum. I'll be your host as usual, since the other two free hosts are lazy assholes who don't feel the need to join us. And tonight I have one of our new usuals, Jacob, or Zorro, as he's now commonly known.
In the flesh. Christopher Sabbath, please don't sue. Or, no. Eiichiro Oda. I guess it should be more accurate, because he created Zorro. Please don't sue.
And joining us for the first time ever, in fact, is Thomas Penderton.
Yes, sir, call me Thomas. Makes it easy.
Thomas, whatever the fuck his name.
Yay.
Yeah, and because this podcast was not British enough, and let's face it, this podcast has been begging for some British. Seriously though, like our previous project were just full-blown British, like a good amount of the time. Well, David and Jack. Anyway, tonight we'll be mostly talking about two subjects, or seemingly the same thing, which are animated films recently announced from their respective companies, which are Paramount and Universal. Starting off with Paramount having the largest number of announcements, which is one of the bigger ones that they're going to be announced. They have fucking finally have given an official U.S. release for Mark Osborne's The Little Prince. And if you don't know who Mark Osborne is, he was one of the co-directors on Kung Fu Panda, and I'm looking up right now what else he did. And he also worked on, actually did the action sequences for SpongeBob, as well as working, and that's actually about it. That's all this guy's credit. Why is he so acclaimed again? Why was this guy like declared? Anyway, and for those of you who don't know about The Little Prince, it's an adaptation of Anthony the same. I'm butchering this name better than any other person in the history of the universe. It's based on a iconic novel, I believe, or children's book of the same name. And what's interesting about it is actually going to be tying into another movie we're going to be talking about in a couple of minutes. This is a movie that has actually been released in practically every other state, and every other country except the U.S., which is interesting because normally a movie that is mostly, I believe, solely headed. I can't remember if this movie was it an American production or was it someone else? Because it's being distributed by Paramount. So I'm looking up right now. Thomas, you have anything to say?
What film is it you're talking about? Sorry.
The Little Prince. Oh wait, no. I'm looking up right now. Oh, it's actually from Paramount Pictures in France and Red in Italy.
I haven't actually seen it. I never actually heard of it yet. So I'm very amazed. Is it the? I'm looking up on IMDb.
I'm doing the same right now.
Yeah, so I hope I got the right thing. It's called Little Prince and the full Little Prince 2015. So okay, I'm looking at this now. It's not much to say. I just know it says coming soon in theaters 2016. So
yeah, that brings up some interesting.
Yeah. next year.
Yeah, brings up an interesting point that of which is interesting because you kind of got that vibe that we were going to not get this until next year because during the Academy Awards displacement of what movies are up for Academy Awards for the obvious Oscar for Best Animated Feature, of all things, Anomalisa, which is currently slated for late December, I believe, where it's getting being shown in select theaters, and it's technically speaking going to be a 2016 release, is still up for this candidate, but yet The Little Prince isn't. And I'm starting to wonder why exactly that is, because this is technically a movie that's already been finished and it's been released. People have seen it, so why isn't it up for the writings? Like there has been a case where a foreign animated film has been up for the Best Picture nominee, Persepolis, I believe it's his name,
Hmm.
or I forget. It's something to say. I'm currently looking up. I forget. I'm not sure if I pronounced it. It's same. It's based on a comic by actually one of the film's directors,
Okay.
Margie Chatpar. I'm really bad at foreign names, so I'll just get it out of the way
I
now.
have no idea. For me, no no idea about foreign names
Yeah.
myself. The only way I can do it, the cheap way I do it, is just put it through a speak.
Yeah.
Recognition software, and it just speaks out for me.
Well, yeah. So anyway, but for those who don't know about this, and it's basically about
Hmm.
uh it's actually kind of hard to explain what exactly it's about because it's basically about a strict mother and her child, and the child discovers this explorer voiced by the dude himself, Jeff Bridges, who suddenly tells her stories about the Little Prince. And what's interesting about the film is that the stuff with the old man and the girl are CG, but the stuff with the Little Prince is done in stop motion,
Hmm.
which is shown off, I believe, in the first trailer we got, which I'm not sure if we talked about before. Oh my god! Oh my god! I feel like I'm such an idiot. There was when the first trailer came out, I was meant to bring it up. God, I feel so fucking stupid.
Let me have a look. Let me have a look.
All right, I'll link it right now. I'll link it right now. As you can tell, this is a very organized podcast right now.
Hey, don't worry. I don't think you can get any more organized or unorganized in your saying.
Yeah.
If I
Well,
may,
thank you.
if I
Anyway,
may, I want to bring up something a little bit funny. So the guy who is directing this movie has primarily been known for Kung Fu Panda and working on the SpongeBob movie, right? The
yeah.
right. I find it funny how he's associated with stuff that is somewhat connected to Nickelodeon, considering The Little Prince itself is also connected to Nickelodeon, in that there was an anime adaptation of it in the late '70s that got aired on Nickelodeon a lot during the '80s.
Really?
Yeah, true
Okay.
story.
Oh,
Right.
that's interesting.
Okay. I found a video. So let me see if I can put this
Keep in
up.
mind that was sort of Nickelodeon's thing in the '80s. They just sort of aired like a bunch of niche stuff, like all around the world.
No,
Oh yeah.
Like like if it was British, French, or Japanese and it was intended for kids, odds are Nickelodeon would air it.
I wish they would do that more often instead of just constantly airing Breadwinners, SpongeBob, and so on.
Yeah.
But anyway, what are you guys' thoughts on this? Finally, I'm personally excited because I've been waiting for this fucking movie forever. But still, the point stands.
Sorry. Just looking for something. Paste.
I'm down. I mean, I'm all up into sort of, I guess, not necessarily weird, just kind of oddball films, kind of like sort of ones that are a little bit more sort of, what's the term used? Like, I guess less
Avant-garde.
conventional.
Alright. I got the trailer here. I got the trailer. I'm going to push it up and see if it will work, okay? So, give me a minute, okay?
That's fine, man.
Right.
But
It's
anyway,
more,
Jacob, you were saying?
I guess more sort of unconventional film that is still kind of for kids. Like, I think right now, like the typical mainstream animated film is either a whim, whimsical kind of musical, or kind of a little bit more of a lowbrow comedy.
Yeah.
Not that I'm necessarily against either one of those. I mean, both can be done quite well. Well, as many films over the past few years have shown. I mean, of course, there have been exceptions to the rule, like Big Hero 6, Wreck-It Ralph, I think.
Hmm.
Uh,
I want to kill Disney for that. Disney and Wreck-It Ralph. They delayed it. So you guys had it, and then they pushed out 9 months after it was released in America.
Are you kidding me?
Nope, I am not.
That's insane!
I know. So technically it was on DVD in America before it even came out in the UK. So what happened was loads of people were going online just to download it, to burn it to a DVD to watch it.
That's insane.
Yeah. If I pull it up, may I pull it up on IBMD? Racket.
IMPD.
No, it's IMDb, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Rack. R-I... Is it R-I-C-K? Rack? R-I-C-K-I-T or something? Racket Ralph. I think it's Racket Ralph. Yeah, but there you go. It was pulled, if I may say, right, you would love... This is... for me, I just was really, really upset and I wanted to punch the people that was... what was it? I wanted to punch the people that were doing... Okay, the United States... I can push this out now. The United States... I can't find you now. Hold on. All love search engines are US... the USA had it on the 2nd November 2012, okay?
All right.
And the UK had it on the 18th of February 2013.
That's insane.
Yeah. So we had to wait 5, maybe 6 months just to get it over to Europe. Now, I just don't understand that. If it was based around games and computers and stuff like that, have they ever thought it might be technically pirated?
Yeah, I know how you feel.
Mm.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing that happened with us in the U.S. with you guys getting a Shaun the Sheep movie and us having to wait like a few months or so, and I just said, fuck it, I torrented it online.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll say this again. I pirate stuff online. You want to know why? Because if I watch something that's complete garbage, I don't want to throw money at it.
It's surprising. The only thing I don't do...
Just tell me why so. I will happily throw money at that idiot.
If you throw money at that guy, I will come down to Texas and strangle you to death.
Oh, what?
Whoa!
Oh, what?
Wow.
Like, come on. Like, I've seen The Neighbors on Hulu. It is one of the most unintentionally funniest things ever, and it's supposed to be intentionally funny.
Right, I'm going to try to play this trailer.
Anyway, let's get back on topic. What are your guys' thoughts on the this news and stuff like that? Because this is a news show, by the way.
No, yeah, of course. We got to go back in topic. Let's really get back in. I got the video here, so I'm going to hit play, and I'm hoping it will play in the channel, but I'm not too sure. So let's just see if it will work. Okay, so let's go for it. Hold on.
I think I have to go.
So how's life?
I'm talking about the dude here.
I just realized me and Proto are the only ones without their microphones muted. Oh, now I'm the only one. Oh. Well, I mean, I might wait till...
That's quite impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up came to mind.
Oh, here we go.
Looks like very impressive. Okay. Okay. Did you all see that? Or?
Wow, I honestly forgot how stunning that trailer was.
I've never seen it, so that's technically my first time ever seeing it.
And for most of our viewers who didn't see it, there you go. Now you know, for the first time in this entire podcast, you finally get a good glimpse of what we were talking about. So, yeah, would you guys say you're excited for this and you're going to go see it? So that way we won't end up like another disaster that was the U.S. release of Shaun the Sheep movie? By the way, fuck you.
Oh, sorry, wrong one. Sorry about that. I'm trying to exit.
Did you just mute me?
No.
Did you just mute me on my own goddamn show?
Whoops, that's my fault. Never again.
It better. Anyway, thoughts on this, guys? So we're gonna finally move the fuck on. Oh, by the way, Proto's just joined us.
I've just stunned. I've never seen a trailer before in my life. That trailer before. So I had no idea what's going to go on or anything like that. So that was actually very good. Hey, we've got another person.
And now we have one of our oldest members of the podcast group, Oscar So.
So, can you hear me?
And he's muted. Oh.
No, he's not.
Oscar, this is Jacob. Oscar, Jacob, this is... Fuck. I'm really bad at this, okay? And, but anyway, basically, Oscar, we're talking about The Little Prince and then finally getting its U.S. release.
Yes, it is. I've heard.
So anyway, let's finally get back on topic. I should just rename this podcast Master Toons Podcast. We're really off topic this week.
Hey, that's it.
Well, what was wrong with we couldn't think of a better gnome?
That's a good point. That's a good point. Anyway, God, this is just tangent, the podcast. Anyway,
Hey, it's just fun.
Yeah. Make sure you put it in the description. And finally, you get to see Jacob Felger quasi in the flesh.
Anyway, finally, should we just wrap this up currently and move on to the next topic? Because I feel like we've known this premise enough, or something like that. Anyway, let's just quickly go by the piece by piece. What are your guys' thoughts on The Little Prince finally getting its U.S. release?
You're first.
I'm done.
Thomas?
Pretty good. For me, I wouldn't mind because, like I said, I don't live in the US. So.
All right then, Proto.
Shit, I know I'm gonna repeat myself, but not that I give a shit, but because the film leaked itself in its Spanish version a couple of weeks ago, so fuck it.
All right then.
Yeah.
Very poignant, to the point. 8 out of 10.
Well, screw you too, mate.
That's a compliment, jackass. Anyway.
And now you're gonna see me reading for the next 5 hours.
Hey, no fair!
So cool. Wow. Nice.
Come on, anyway, that's The Little Prince. Oh, now we have Ryoga, finally.
Hey.
Anyway, now we'll move on to the second topic of the night. For, like, what, we're about an hour in and we're finally getting to our second topic. Okay. Now we move on to another case of a movie that has already been finished but has yet to get an official release, which is Chris Wedge's Monster Trucks. For those of you not aware of this, Chris Wedge, who previously was one of the main creators of Blue Sky Studios, the people behind the recent Peanuts adaptation, the Peanuts movie, stupid title, and such other movies as the Ice Age franchise, Robots, and Rio, has branched away and was going to be working with Paramount Animation and Nickelodeon Movies to produce a live-action CGI hybrid film about, I think it's going to be like Herbie if it was a horror movie.
Really?
I think so. Like, I don't know. This movie is for some ungodly reason. Like, the movie's production, I believe, went fine. But yet Paramount has literally no set footage or set photos, no stills, not even an official synopsis. They've just released the cast. Not even like the characters that they're going to play in, just the cast.
There's a trailer, George. There's a trailer. Just say it.
There is?
There's a trailer, man.
Wait, what, seriously?
Then let's look it up. We have the YouTube setting. Let's look it up. Monster Trucks. Okay.
We already went through like a bit of radio silence earlier. Do we need more?
Let's just keep talking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
2016 movie.
I don't even know.
Hang on a second, I'll be right back.
It's coming out 2017. It was
I will name off all
Oh
of
my
the
God, how was I not told of this?
sci-fi movie collection I have. 984, Prisoner of the Future, Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe, The Alien
What
Factor.
film is that?
What am I doing with my life?
What film is that?
What?
What film is that?
I'm looking it up right now. Let's see. I didn't even know this was. Is this like the?
For me, like what?
Yeah,
Like
for
one of
you, with the John.
Oscar.
What?
Apparently, this is still shots from. It's a collection of stills of the movie.
Yeah, Monster Truck. I was surprised you could find it. I literally just googled that and it's there.
Ow.
Well, the funny thing is that what's interesting about this film is that one is that Chris Wedge's first attempt at actually directing a live-action feature, because he's mostly his only free directing credits, not counting voice work, because he's the main voice of Scrat in the Ice Age franchise.
The only good fucking thing about the Ice Age franchise.
Yeah. Anyway, I was working on directing the first Ice Age movie, Robots, and his last film, I believe, where he was done, was Epic. And
Oh yeah, that was terrible, guys. I've got to say it. I hated Epic. It's not good.
No, it wasn't. I found it a bit rude. Not what the rude. I think that's the word. I found it a bit rude and crude sometimes because it's like that dog. They're saying it's like when I just saw the dog come in at the first day. They said, and then the dog said, "Oh, do you remember what's the dog's name? Do you remember the dog?" And she comes in and said, "She's still alive?" And coming in, limping in with 3 legs, 1 eye, and very fat. He's going to have a heart attack on the floor of the 13.
Anyway,
And you're just thinking, oh, we're going to have a death in the first scene?
anyway, moving on.
I
guess.
I'll warn you about my comedy here.
Anyway, moving on.
By the way, this is a little delayed, George. About what you were saying earlier about the Peanuts movie being a dumb title. We are now in a 2015 CGI feature film, Charlie Brown, be a better title?
You know, it actually kind of would have been. I don't know.
I agree. Now that I think about it, that would have been great.
Anyway, moving on, back to the main topic. What's interesting about this movie is that it actually has finished up its filming, but it's just still going through its post-production issues. And I have no idea why, because this was a movie that has been delayed not just once, but I think like 5 or 4 times, because it was originally supposed to come out this year.
2017 now.
and then it was delayed to next year, which was supposed to be actually come out now. Believe it or not, it was supposed to come out around Christmas. Now it's being delayed to next year. Then it was delayed to next year, about March, and now it's officially coming out in the dead sense, or as the media likes to call it, fuck you, it's January 2017. So, yeah, and it's apparently about a monster truck. Not like an actual monster truck, I guess. I don't know. There's nothing. All we got is the title, some set photos, the director, and the cast, which include
Danny Glover. That's it. That's all I care about.
Yeah, like we only got the only one is Danny Glover that's actually worth mentioning. The rest are Jane Levy, who I think I recognize her. Was she the chick from the Evil Dead remake?
It's only going to be 100 minutes, though.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, she is.
Let me look it up real quick.
Yeah.
Jane Levy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Whoa! But I'm looking at this. I'm looking at IMBD, and it's only running for 100 minutes for some strange reason. It's running for 100 minutes, and it's got a huge budget. It's got 125 million.
Are you kidding me? That's insane!
No, yeah, that's the budget. That is the budget. Estimated budget. So we got. Hold on. Have I got the million right? 6 zeros at the end? Yeah.
Yeah, you got it right. I'm reading right now. What the fuck?
Yeah. So.
So
They're going to burn a lot of petrol, maybe. I don't know. But that's a lot of money for a film.
Yeah, that is especially what many people don't know about hybrid movies. They cost an extensive amount of money to make, and it's a miracle. Well, a good amount of them are shit, but I mean, for every Paddington, you get a fucking Scooby-Doo. I'll put it like that, or a Smurfs, or a fucking. What was another hybrid movie that was fucking terrible? I can't think of any.
Oh, I can think of hundreds. I can't.
Exactly. You just proved my point.
That's the problem. What's the other one that was shit? Oh. Wait. No, I can't actually remember.
Oh my god! Wow. Anyway, and it's weird because we have gotten. This movie has actually appeared at some animation conventions, but the most we've gotten from it is, again, the premise and the stills, and a somewhat decent poster that I think was leaked about a year ago, I believe, I remember I was there. It was one of the cons or something like that. And it's also where we got a few looks at the Peanuts movie, Angry Birds, and what else?
Comic-Con. Pretty sure it's Comic-Con.
Alright. And hopefully this will be the final release, the final slated release date. Otherwise, I'm just gonna give up hope. Maybe Paramount is trying to pull a Fox, which they did with Fan 4 Stick, where they look at the material like, okay, wow, this thing was a complete fucking disaster. We have to we just gotta keep delaying it. Delay it as possible. We have to release it sometime. Shit. Put it in January. Maybe then we'll make some decent money. 2 years later. Oh God, what were we thinking? Oh God, we're losing so much money. Oh no, our future. Ah!
I'm pretty sure that's what they're thinking when they've done that. I think they kind of regret making this movie. Honestly.
Yeah.
I don't even know if this is going to be good. I have a still photo and that's it. How can I tell this movie's going to be good? But who knows?
I think the director is fine enough, and I feel like the cast is alright. I like the premise. I like the design of the monster truck. It actually looks pretty cool. But all I'm picturing in my head that this is just going to be not necessarily like Herbie, like the Love Bug, or something akin to that, but more aligned with the recent Goosebumps adaptation. Like the Love Bug meets that kind of sense, because it's going to be CGI hybrid, which is weird because
It meets Cars in a sense.
Yeah, and what's weird is that why is it a hybrid movie?
Well,
from what I looked up on the Variety article, Paramount is attempting to turn this into a film franchise similar to Transformers. So, to like.
See, as soon as you mention the word Transformers, that's when you know it's gonna be bad, guys.
But the
Yeah.
thing is, yeah, because I remember when Transformers 1 came out, that was great. Transformers 2, okay. Transformer 3, give us a break. We need a break. Yeah.
And 4 came out, and that was about the same length of The Godfather.
Yeah.
We're gonna get like four or five more Transformer films the next couple of years.
Oh, good grief.
Good grief. But anyway,
Sorry about that, guys.
weird. Continue, Jacob.
My dad made dinner.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you for notifying us. But anyway, what I don't understand of why this is a hybrid film is because from what I've seen of sets and what I've seen of the set photos and from what I've read of the synopsis, nothing about this screams like none of the things that they are, depending on what they're going to be doing, nothing about this seems like something they couldn't just do with practical effects. I mean, if you look back at the Herbie movies, those were entirely practical effects that they used for the car. They had like several different types.
I think George has died.
Same.
I think George has
What?
Like why?
Whoa, echo.
I think George is like that.
Yeah, me too.
Of route and time of them just.
Turn your camera off, mate.
Oh, this will look. Damn.
Turn
Yeah.
your camera off. You're lagging.
Yeah, he is. I think he brought it up earlier, like before the whole broadcast even.
Yeah.
Broadcast.
Broadcast.
Uh,
Podcast?
Podcast. Anyway,
Podcast. He
Yep.
said his computer was lagging a bit.
yeah. Anyway, thoughts on this? I forgot that's what they're here for.
What are we talking about?
I summed it up perfectly. What are you talking about?
I have no idea. I think we were talking about monster trucks, and then it just turns into like this massive tangent.
I think we
That
just
sums
got
it up
bored.
perfectly.
I think we just got bored because what I'm just looking at, I'm looking at the budget for Monster Trucks. The budget for Monster Trucks. Okay, where we were the budgets, 125 million. Okay, I was comparing it to the Avengers 2012 film for 22 billion, 220 billion. So they have really mostly technically got half the amount what the Avengers will have to spend on this film. So we just don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea.
Yeah, same.
How
And
much they
it's,
allocate everything though? That's the thing. You'd have to. I mean, the Avengers has like lots of stars in there, so you have to count that into like the budget as well. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think it's just purely film. So, but I mean,
Yeah.
As for
considering
me,
look at this cast, I can only assume they've put a lot into literally all of the effects. Considering you only have like one star, unless of course they're all the cast members are getting paid a lot. I don't know. It's just there's not enough to really go on to substantially say it'll be crap. But from just the amount of delays they have, I just assumed it's either, I don't know really, honestly what it's caused the delay. Maybe it could be because they don't know what the hell they're doing, as George says, or maybe they really just had production problems. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a really good release, honestly, from what I've seen of it so far. But
what's
Yeah.
interesting about it is, extensively from my standpoint, is this is a movie I've been interested in a while ever since I heard about it. And again, it's a finished film. It's not like it's not like they're doing reshoots or anything like what happened with Fantastic Four this year or something like that. It's a finished film. It's probably done edited. It's probably just going through mostly editing. And so here's my question is, what is in this 100-minute long film? Keep in mind, 100 minutes isn't that long. It's about about over an hour and a half. What is in this over an hour and a half, like 10 minutes above the average runtime of a film? What is in here that needs to be extensively edited? Like, it's like, was Chris Wedge like having an off day, and instead of making a kids movie, he decided to make like an extensively art house racist depiction of like actual monster trucks, like the monster trucks are like symbolic or something, or like that.
Hmm.
you just know there's a director's cut where that is the case.
Honestly, wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Which I would totally watch. I don't know.
I
I
would
don't know
so
about
too.
you guys.
Like, anyway, what were we talking about again?
Monster
Something
Truck.
about monster
Can
trucks.
Oh yeah.
Can I just do a vote? Can we just move on to a different story?
Yes. Let's just move on to a different story. So let's move on
Long
to
story short, kids.
us.
What could be good, could be bad. We have no idea. Let's move on.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to something that doesn't relate necessarily to Paramount, but rather practically its sister company to a certain extent, Illumination. Who, if you don't know, are the same people who brought us movies like Despicable Me movies, Minions, the complete fucking disaster that was Hop. If you want to know our thoughts on that, go watch our previous
Oh, God.
podcast.
Oh yeah, that was great.
I haven't actually watched it, but I heard it was awful.
I saw.
Hold on. And
What's
another.
it-
You forgot another film. You forgot another film. You forgot the Dr. Zeus film.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. Dr. Seuss
Sorry.
is the
Yeah.
And I could give you some clarity on Hop and my opinion of that. I was 12. I was 14 when I watched that movie, and even then, I hated it. Like
I never watched it.
Don't. It's.
Yeah, no, just don't watch it.
I think Jack, our previous member, our previous host, summed it up best. It's like It's like you're standing on the Titanic, and as it's slowly sinking, it's not sinking into a sea of water, but a sea of piss, and you're just left there. You're screaming, but you're also bored out of your mind.
Oh, wow. Wow.
No, I was wise in skipping that when it came out.
But anyway, for those who don't know about this, they have revealed one of their newer upcoming films that was kept under wraps for a while now, and it's because of some of the money they just earned from Minions making $1 billion. By the way, for you, Roral, for making that movie gross a fucking billion, having it being the second highest grossing animated film ever.
Well, I don't agree Frozen should be, so anyway, moving on.
Well, it appeals enough to the mainstream. I'm sure I know there's enough people out there that'll be like, they will give away money to it, so.
True.
In fact, I was one of those people. I went to go see that movie in the theater.
Yeah.
Because
I
my
wasn't
dad wanted to.
Get on my podcast. You're banned now. Get out. Just leave. Just leave.
Bye-bye.
No.
You did not like the film.
Can I eat?
He really hates it.
It's not that I hate it, but it's just so overwhelmingly mediocre that I just can't muster up the. I can't appreciate it from a technical standpoint, nor can I appreciate it from an artistic standpoint because it fails at both mediums. But I can see why kids might enjoy it. But then again, yeah, I think if
I actually didn't prefer it to Despicable Me. I prefer Despicable Me and everything. But I heard there is something I might like to tell you. There might be a Despicable Me 3.
Yeah, that's already been announced.
Yeah,
So,
Anyway, back on to the main topic.
sorry. That's it.
The main topic, which is that one of their productions that they kept under wraps for a while, has been officially announced as Sing, which is I'm reading up the synopsis right now. A mouse
Actually, the short title of Sing! Louder, louder! Sing, sing, sing!
Sing by the court! Sing! 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 And Max, good for you. But anyway, it's apparently they also announced the cast for it, and it's about the synopsis is a mouse voiced by all people that's going to be in a kids movie, Seth MacFarlane, who coons as as smooth as he cons. Coons, I don't know, and it's a movie about singing animals on Broadway or some garbage like that, and it's got
The Muppets?
pretty much, and it's coming out the same year, I believe, as Illumination's other movie, The Secret Life of Pets. And who is going to be starring in this movie, aside from the previous mentioned Seth MacFarlane, is this movie has actually a decent cast. Matthew McConaughey, Reese Witherspoon, the aforementioned Seth MacFarlane, Troy Kelly, John C. Reilly, Taron Egerton, I have no idea. I'm looking up. I think I don't know. I think I recognize that name. I'll sing. I'm looking at him right now. Again, real professional tonight. Sing. Okay.
Oh, Jack Patterson.
What the fuck? Oh, hey, dog. That's my goddamn dog.
What are you doing?
Okay. Oh, Troy Kelly. Oh, she's a singer. Okay, then that's the thing. And Scarlett Johansson. And it's going to be directed by I'm looking it up right now. Gareth Jennings, who has done what exactly? I'm looking it up right now.
Son of Rambo. That's really it, honestly.
It's being directed by the guy who directed The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Really?
Yep.
Okay.
And also the director of Son of Rambo. Because when I think of the guy who I want to get to for my talking animal movie about singing animals on Broadway, I want to get the guy who did the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy movie and Son of Rambo.
That was an awful film.
Son of Rambo?
That was an awful film. That needs to be burnt in a big incinerator with petrol and then blown up by a nuclear device.
Wow, that escalated quickly.
Sorry.
Very good.
Anyway,
I got some film critic. I am a film critic in heart. I think so that's the problem.
Hey, John the Club, I live on film criticism. Anyway, what's interesting about saying more extensively, aside from the fact that it's going to be released on the same year as Illumination's other movie, meaning they're going to be joining the ranks of DreamWorks as potentially releasing, not being another one of the other one of the major animated studios that they're releasing a feature animated film, 2 featured animated films each year. Not each year, I think this is the first time doing it, with the other two being today actually being with Pixar, with The Good Dinosaur coming out later this week. And
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. Rosen, why are you fucking stupid dog? Anyway, and also, of course, do you have to bring the dog in here?
I worked out how to get a webcam working now.
All right, that's good. Anyway, as
like 2 of you.
I'll be right back. I gotta go bring my cat.
Oh,
no, don't bring
hey,
the
I got
cat.
2 dogs.
Anyway,
I got a guinea pig.
That's wonderful. Anyway, the movie's coming out in December of next year, December 24th. It's coming out near Christmas. Whoop-de-fucking-do. What's interesting about the movie is, of course, spoilers, it's going to be a musical. But what's interesting about it is just how many songs are going to be in the movie. Now, to put some clarity for you, let me list you off some recent musicals. Into the Woods, I believe, had about 18 songs. Frozen had 7 or 8. Strange Magic had 13, which weren't even original songs, so it doesn't count. Also, it was terrible, so don't watch it. Okay, so yeah, it was terrible. I'll put it this way: I've actually gained a slight appreciation for it after watching so much garbage this year, but it's still bad. Anyway, so the average musical tends to have a decent amount of songs. Say it about the average being about 20 or so for a span of because they mostly come from stage shows, and stage shows tend to be long. This movie is most likely going to be clocking in at around the average animated length timeline, which is about over 100 minutes. And yet, for some ungodly reason, Illumination thinks it's a great idea for their musical to not have not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 10, not 15, nor 20, but 85 songs in their movie!
Hang on, is there going to be any time for dialogue?
The dialogue's literally just in the songs, guys. I mean, let's be real. Like that's a true
Like I
musical.
told George, it's not going to be an hour and a half. It's going to be the same time as the Soviet Union's War and Peace.
Anyway,
A little sentiment joke for all you cinema buffs out there.
There is something that makes me just laugh about. I'm just amazed that people are going to go and watch that sort of film. It's just amazing.
I don't even know if this is going to be successful. Is the thing. Like, I'm not even sure this is even going to be any good. The most we've gotten is actually have gotten them announcing some photos and of course the director and also show off some of the character designs. Here, I'll screenshot them right now.
Yeah.
Please.
If you notice the clarity of porn on my desktop, that's not mine. Just full disclosure.
Wait, what?
I'm
What?
joking. I don't like porn. Anyway, aside from the poster, which advocates from the creators of Despicable Me, is because if
Why do you have the deep web on your browser?
the what on my browser?
Tor.
The deep web.
The Beep Web. Oh, the Beep Web. I don't know.
It's called Tor. It's don't answer that question.
Okay. Anyway, we got the official poster right here, which I'll open on another tab in case you didn't see it.
Godzilla's final output, like hello, Happy Wheels, Netflix. I love all these illegal streaming ads and then he's got like the
Oh, shut up. Anyway, this is the official poster. As you see, auditions begin 2016. Thank you.
Voila.
Alright, and we got Matthew McConaughey, who's going to be voicing this thing right here.
That's Koala, George. I find
Yeah.
it very...
I know what a koala is. I'm just showing off the character design.
Good privilege.
Disappointed.
And you got the mouse, who's going to be voiced by Seth MacFarlane. And then you have... What the fuck?
What the hell?
What am I looking at right now? What?
I feel like just looking at this for the first time, George. I saw these actually earlier, like a day or two ago.
Who designs characters like these?
George, that's worse, man.
I know, but it just looks a bit odd. Like, the monkey looks like a screech junkie, or it looks like something out of Grease.
It's not a monkey, I think it's gorilla.
I meant gorilla, whatever. And it's going to be voiced by Taron Egerton, and...
Reese Witherspoon.
Okay, and the pig, I believe, is going to be voiced by Reese Witherspoon. And then you got, the elf, this random elephant voiced by Troy Kebbell, and a porcupine voiced by Charlotte. Okay, please tell me that the freckles on her head aren't in the position that I think they're in, and they don't symbolize what I think they're going to do.
What?
I mean, look at the freckles. Look at the way they're formatted, and more or less look at the stripes.
Native.
Native American?
I don't even know. Is
I
that what you imply, George?
I have no idea. I really don't.
I think that was just a coincidence, because from what I read, the character was supposed to be like a punk kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying Native Americans can't be punk? It's a bit racist, don't you think, Jacob?
No, that's not what I mean. Oh dear. Why am I on the screen? Why am I on the screen?
Don't worry, you're gone now. It's just me again.
Okay.
But anyway, so thoughts on this? I guess.
No idea.
I'd say meh.
My Native American name is Listen to the Sex Pistols.
Well,
Bravo, spot on there for Eric's impression right there.
Thank you. Oh god, I'm going to help.
We all are.
I'm gonna do worse. If
Anyway,
all I've got to say is that if you like Rule 34 Theories, this is your type of show. Yep.
Wow! Low blow there, Oscar. Low blow.
Now what there? And I'm going to hell for it. But yeah. No, but seriously.
Before we're blocked off of YouTube forever.
Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, there were. It's like worse things I could say.
Anyway, give me a second. I'm gonna check something. Oliver, you're still in my room. Damn it! Anyway, you were saying, Oscar?
Oh no, I'm sure it'll be okay, but I think is it going up against like the Secret of Pets or something?
No, it's coming out the same year as Secret Life of Pets, but it's not on the same release date. It's coming out in December, whereas Secret Life of Pets, I believe, is coming out in July, I believe, which
Okay,
is
well, I'd
I didn't
probably
realize
look at.
both are Illumination films about talking animals.
yeah.
They're both talking animals. Interesting.
Really, 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 Illumination. This is what you're resorting to. Was it Hobbs not enough?
uh,
Yeah, well,
but hey, you got Matthew McConaughey as a koala, and that automatically has my $10 at the theater.
You got Singing Seth MacFarlane, which that gives us $10. So
Yeah,
there we go.
I think Seth MacFarlane was probably the most interesting cast member they chose because I do not picture Seth MacFarlane in a kids movie, for lack of a better word, because if you know that guy's content.
yeah.
But
Well, actually, he did do some stuff for Cartoon Network before he did stuff like Family Guy.
oh, that's
he did
right.
He did that What a Cartoon Short, Larry and Steve, which was a successor to a college film he did, and was in turn a precursor to Family Guy. If you ever want to see Larry and Steve, it's on YouTube. You can find it very easily. It is quite funny. Check it out. I am not. Seth MacFarlane is not paying me to say these words. Well,
None of us are getting paid,
Mr.
so don't
MacFarlane,
feel so
yes,
bad.
I am telling him about it.
Anyway, but what's interesting, this is something I was thinking about when I was going through a bit of his filmography, and not filmography, what Seth MacFarlane has done in the past in terms of voice work and writing. And what many people don't know about him is that he actually, if you watch Family Guy and American Dad, and even to a certain extent, some of one of his clips he was on, I believe on the BBC, where he did a live rendition of "Nothing But You Got Trouble" from the Music Man. The guy is a really, really good singer. And I think when the guy, I'll put my opinion on him in terms of comedy. I think when he bombs, it's painful, but when he really hits it, that's when he just strikes genius for me. And I feel like it's a good point for him to like branch out after not having one but two of his new major release films bombing terribly.
Yeah.
And you also have Family Guy currently on the verge of cancellation due to pulling in low ratings this week. Did I say
American Dad still doing all right, or no?
Well, American Dad was moved to TBS, so I think it's doing fine there.
Okay.
Anyway, you were going to say, Thomas?
People, like I say, people may not. Well, why do I have a lot of air?
Huh?
There's a lot of air just coming through my microphone. Hold on. Is
Odd.
it me? Is it me? No.
I didn't notice.
I barely noticed.
Okay, this may be me then. Yeah. Yeah, someone's computer. I can't hear myself think. Hold on. Give me a second.
You're not very good at this, are you?
The thing I was just saying,
I got some oceanfront property.
you watch everyone nowadays watches their show on demand or online. So maybe when they say it's a low rating, maybe it is a low rating, as in it's a low rating of watching TV. But maybe it will make up its viewing because of online. Yes, I do love Family. Family Guy does break boundaries, but I just don't want them to go down a route again. They're going to cancel it again, and then in like 5 years' time say we're going to cancel it, and then 2 years' time they're going to set it back up again. I don't want them to be one of those sort of things that are going to go up and down, up and down. Let's cancel it, what's not. Like when a show gets cancelled, it should be cancelled, but they just use this as a ploy to get more people to come in to view it a bit more. One show that did get cancelled that I'm really upset with is Futurama. That got cancelled, but that's a good show. But maybe they should maybe say let's stop Family Guy just for a bit and let's go back to Futurama. That was a good show.
Yeah.
Well, Futurama never got like the viewing it got, nor did it get really good sales. And like, I don't know how applicable it is for like animation shows, particularly like with Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, as I like to talk to, Simpsons and whatnot, the DVD sales and product and merch sales. But because I know for a fact that Futurama did not get a lot of merch sales. Like,
Agreed.
Well, it did, but it didn't get a lot. Like that was probably one of the biggest reasons it got, honestly, just got cut, honestly. And then, because I'm a pretty big Futurama fan as well, the views were decent at best, to be honest. But that was usually a big peak, I think, when Futurama got axed, was the peak around online streaming, pirating and whatnot. So I could sort of see what you mean. That yes, Family Guy's views may not be reflected, but they're going off broadcasts and TV views because that's where the studios get money from. You don't get money through pirating it. They don't get any money from that in general. Pirating it.
Yeah.
I mean, heck,
But
even
honestly-
Netflix. I don't even know Netflix's pay model, but I know for sure that it's sort of one-to-one thing. And what I mean by one-to-one is that if I, for example, the studio will get certain money from watching a TV, from, the TV, for example, like Foxtel or something like that. It's not like if I watch it on Netflix, I'm going to pay all the money to, the studio who made a Family Guy or whatnot. It's going to go to partly to Netflix, and then it will, maybe like 5 cents or something. Like that's usually how
Yeah.
streaming works. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's true though that if Family Guy gets cancelled, oh well. But
Actually, if I may, I don't
Just a-
pirate actually. Most, if not most of the time, if not ever. Mostly, it's like we brought this up earlier. Like I would, like I said, I would happily give money to Tommy Wiseau or something like that. I most of my watching of TV shows and whatnot, like when it comes down to digital like streaming, it is mostly legal, like a Hulu or Netflix or anything of that sort. And the reason why is just I just feel more comfortable that way. I just feel like if I go on to like watch cartoons online, I feel like and I have nothing against people who do go onto those websites. I perfectly understand, and they're great. They are great websites. I'm just not that comfortable using them just because of my own personal. I guess I have like a weird morality code sort of thing.
Yeah, I
don't
kind of know
really
how I feel.
I mean, because
It's a legal middle ground for some.
yeah, it is. Online streaming is
just
the
like-
middle ground.
I'm sorry, how do we go from a movie about talking animals on Broadway holding a singing audition to talking about illegal streaming?
Yeah, I
well, I
Something
mean,
about
you
production
can
value.
illegally download that film.
That's
There you
true.
go.
Yeah, I think we were talking about cinema tickets. Then we decided said about illegal downloading. Then we decided to talk about this. Then I don't know. It's just really weird. That's just how
That's my-
streaming works.
That's my own morality code.
Anyway,
Right.
so yeah, thoughts on this? Again, do you have final thoughts before we move on to our next topic?
Let's just move on. I think we've all said it. Guys,
Okay,
if you wanna
fine,
watch it, and if it's not and you don't
And
like it,
that's why I
you
like
just
all the
pirate it.
Star Trek.
That's wonderful, Jacob. Anyway, so yeah, that's singing its way in the theaters Christmas 2016, I believe. Unless it ends up pulling a monster trucks and keeps getting delayed and delayed. If so, yippee, I guess. Anyway, moving on to the last 2 feature animated films, which were announced this week, both of which are from Paramount again. And the one slated for February 8th, 2019. Oh! Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob
Oh
SquarePants.
God.
Who's got a new
I
movie
never-
coming to theaters next 2019?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
It's going to be ripping your wallet as soon as it comes out.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
I know it's the living shit out of you because it keeps overrolling like, with so much garbage.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
And SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants. Yes.
Please leave me alone.
Get out of my life.
I've always had this theory about horrible films. You know why they do the horrible films for like on the 3rd or 4th one? They just don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
You just know the 4th one's going to be called SpongeBob the Revenge.
SpongeBob the Robe Sponge.
And then SpongeBob Resurrection.
Resurrection.
SpongeBob the Pineapple Awakens, episode 7.
Or 17.
Anyway, yes, you are here now correct. there is a brand new SpongeBob movie coming out due to the surprising success of the SpongeBob movie Sponge Out of Water. And it is going to be slated for that movie practically the same month that that movie came out, February 2019. Paul Tibbett will be returning as director, who previously worked on SpongeBob and was one of the main showrunners for that show for a good while, and is also the guy who directed the Sponge Out of Water. And returning are the typical cast members: Tom Kenny, Clancy Brown, Roger Bumstad,
Bumpass, I think. Bumpass.
Bumpas, Bill
Fagerbeck, I think.
Fagerbeck. Okay, shit. I don't know how to pronounce Carolyn Lawrence and Mr. Lawrence.
No
And
relation.
that's about it. Thoughts?
Oh. Sorry, guys. I'm dying here. It's very late here, so
Oh, it's fine, man.
so I'm going to one
So,
of those.
how big's the paycheck?
Speed it up, please.
How big's the paycheck for all the...
SpongeBob needs to have some more bullet holes in him.
Nice one.
Sorry, he has enough holes already. I think we can add a couple extras.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not like this is going to, like, I'm not even saying like I'm dreading this per se, but I just don't really see why now, of all things, are they finally capitalizing on the SpongeBob craze? Because didn't you want to do that like in the mid 2000s when SpongeBob was at the peak of its popularity? I mean, practically no one, I can't name a single person who actually gave a shit about the Sponge Out of Water coming out.
Yeah, but they gotta bang into the nostalgia value.
Well,
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
with the return of
Why do it
Hillenburg,
in
you also got to
2000?
take that into account, so...
Oh yeah, for those of you who are unaware of this, Steve Hillenburg, the original creator, left after the first movie, but it kept going on without him, thanks to Paul Tibbett taking over as showrunner. And now on Nickelodeon, he is currently again the main showrunner, and I've heard the show's been improving. I haven't seen much of it since I don't watch cable, and especially Nick. But
I have seen one episode, and I gotta put it this way: it's babysitting, essentially. Like the first one I saw was Sanctuary, and that one was actually kind of funny. It was basically SpongeBob turning into a crazy cat or snail lady. And the second one was What's Eating Patrick, and that one was just sort of okay.
all right. So anyway, thoughts on this again? Anyone else?
I haven't seen the first one, so I can't really comment. Honestly.
Really?
I still haven't seen the first one
That
yet.
one's pretty good.
I love the
haven't
first
seen
one.
Yeah. But I mean, if you like it, then I mean, it shouldn't be a big deal. I mean,
Alright.
sequels. I mean, was it conclusive though? Because I can't.
The first movie I feel like is a perfect. It was actually, fun fact, it was actually supposedly to be the series finale because with SpongeBob getting, oh wait, that will be spoilers. With
I
one
mean,
of the main
if that's
things.
conclusive, then I mean, that's always the trouble when you do sequels. I mean, it's always with films. Some films I like, I'm just like, why are you doing another one?
Yeah, that's how that's how I.
see, but yeah, that's the thing. It's like sometimes when people always say like, "Oh, this film's getting a sequel," and then I'm just like, and people are like, "Oh, but it's good. The sequel's good." But I'm like, it all depends really on the ending of the first film, honestly. I mean, like for example, like I know George isn't gonna like this, but for Jurassic World, you know, I could totally see them doing another Jurassic film after that because the Jurassic World ending isn't really conclusive. It still allows you to do, you know, make more stories out of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you have like a really conclusive ending, like I think the SpongeBob first film, I think people did talk about saying, "Oh, it's great. I hope they don't make another one." Then I don't know how they'll really go about it, honestly.
Yeah, because
It,
the
you know, it usually goes in two directions. They either try and work with it the best they can of the first film, or they completely axe the first film's ending and just pretend like it never happened, which is really, by the way, really bad. So I mean, it really
They've
depends.
done
I
that.
haven't seen the
They've done
first
that.
one, so.
Oh, can I just say something on that?
Sure.
They've done that with a couple of other animes once before. This is way back in the time. like what's that mouse that got lost in London? Lost in New York. In 2089. 1987, done by Steven Spielberg. American Tail.
Oh yeah, American Tail.
They did the American Tail 1, then they did the American Tail 2, 3, and 4. But then, if you watch the American Tail 3 and 4, they said, Mom, I had a wonderful dream at the beginning of the film to wipe away the other film and to say, go F you, here's the other film.
Wow, that's beyond lazy writing.
Yes, I know, but that's what they did. So when they got really relaxed and everything in the third film, we're in the Wild West, and they say we're gonna live here forever. Like that is really nice. It's a wonderful place to grow up and everything like that. Then it goes into the fourth film with different people, and it just said, "Mom, I woke up. I was in the Wild West." And then he just said, yeah, let's get on with life. And then they just go on, and it's just like
That is
my head
beyond
is just
prophetic.
bang, bang, bang. And I hate it when people do that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That's really terrible, actually. And I've never seen any American Tail movie.
They are good. The first one was good. Second one was good. Third one and fourth one need to be sliced and diced and burnt alive. So yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. But anyway, you know, whatever. I'm just gonna see what happens. That's what I really have to say about this. Do you guys feel the same?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Oh man. Whoosh.
Moving
This has been quite the podcast, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think it has.
We've gone with like all the jokes that are so politically incorrect and yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't know how this is gonna go.
moving on to our final feature animated film we announced this year, and this is probably. Oh wait, no, there's one last one, but we saved the best for last. The second to last one is an original animated movie from the same studio called Amusement Park, which is coming out a month after the new SpongeBob movie.
Wow.
Really banking on the animation now, aren't you, Paramount? Because you couldn't have done that years ago.
Their titling for these films are just as bad as us titling these podcasts.
Yes! Oh my god, you're right. Anyway, it's opening on March 22nd, 2019, and it's from veteran animation director Brian Brown, supervising animator on Ratatouille and Finding Nemo, and the director-animator of Toy Story. And the film stars such great talents as Matthew Broderick, Jennifer Kinner, Jeffrey Tambor, Kenan Thompson, Ken Jeong, Mila Kunis, John Oliver?
Damn.
Oh, wow.
John Oliver's in this? Yay, I guess. And Brian, I'll screen share this name. Give me a second. Screen share. Not sure if you guys can see it. I'm highlighting the name right now. What is that? I can't pronounce that. Is that Can any of you see that, by the way?
Yeah.
What does it say? Can you say that, Oscar?
Brian Densky.
Brian Densky. What the heck has she done? That's my question. Brian Densky.
Oh, she's a kid.
Oh, she's a kid actress.
Known for all of these films that no one cares about.
Wow. Oh, she's from New England, apparently.
Wait, what?
New England.
She's apparently listed under New England Kid Actor Group. Yeah. Oh, apparently she was in a movie called Killing Khan. It's a 25-minute short film. Two CGI agents enter Russia in search of the world-known terrorists. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Will vengeance be their undoing, or will justice prevail?
Dishes Is this what happens while I'm gone?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Whoa! Look at that.
Yeah, you never miss one.
Anyway, that's all we got. I'm not sure what this film is going to be even about, since that's all they gave us.
I mean, it comes out in 2019. Should we even be talking about this? Like, it's like
Look, man, we've been really scrapping for news. This is the best I could come up with.
we should just watch the movie and just talk about it, but what else? It's all good.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about bringing back Movie of the Week. What do you guys think about that?
We should do movie of the week.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, comments? Oh, wait, we don't get any.
Hey, Adam, if you're watching this, do you got any suggestions for Movie of the Week? Adam's the guy who watches our podcast a lot.
Oh, I got loads of movies, but I don't think I can give you some anime.
What about
movies.
American Tail?
Don't give anime ones.
You don't want anime movies?
What
No.
about American Tail? Why don't we, since we brought it up, why don't we talk
Yeah,
about
that's
it?
why not. American Tail.
Yeah, join us. I sound like I'm wrapping us up. Yeah, next week we'll review an American Tail. How's that?
Yeah, I've seen it so many times I can actually quote you the whole thing. So.
Anyway, yeah, amusement park. It's coming out 3 to 5 years from 3 to 4 years from now. So be on the lookout, because Matthew Broderick is finally returning to the big screen again after I have no idea what the guy has been in all this time.
That setup just failed.
Wasn't he like in a car commercial?
Like a legendary moment.
Like a year or two back,
I actually don't know.
where he pretended to be Ferris Bueller again.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I think the last movie I remember him being in was the remake of The Producers, and that's about it.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's it. It's a movie starring a lot of actors I like, and it's a guy who apparently has worked at Pixar. It could be good, could be terrible, no idea. It's coming out 3 years from now. I'll probably forget about it until then. Let's just hope for the best. I just found out something really funny. What if a few years from now we're still doing this podcast and this movie ends up like being one of the worst critically panned animated movies ever?
Well,
I
it
will
would have been the
wait.
first one.
I will long for that day.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Well,
I
that's
will
one thing.
anticipate
That's
that
one
day.
thing. Maybe that is good for the next series. The next one is about the new Panda 3. That didn't bring up this one, but the next one maybe.
oh yeah, I forgot about that. Anyway, finally moving on to what many people will be surprised to hear about, and many of you have noticed something interesting about this week's title. It's a terrible title because it's a pun based around gnomes. Why did we do this? Well, because
you're a
Paramount.
fucking asshole.
No, don't do that. And
Berna, you just spoiled that.
don't. All right, that and
Because you have
Paramount.
terrible taste of humor.
that and.
Because the pawn sucks.
I get it. Get on with it. Anyway,
No, boys.
Get on with it. Just get on with it.
get on with it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Anyway.
oh, I just love this scene.
What the fuck?
All right.
That was awkward. And weird.
Sherlock Gnomes.
Mm,
Where were we?
Okay, hey, where were we? In fact, I'm about to. I'm about to. You just ruined the big surprise. Thank you, everyone. You just ruined everything. I'm done. I'm
You're
done.
grateful. Wait good for that, George. Oh, good. The laundry, boys.
Give me a second. Anyway,
Hello.
going downstairs. Anyway, last but certainly not least, we're going to be talking about. I'm going to be turning up my computer right now because I'm going to an area where I can't be seen in properly. You know what? Screw it. I don't care. I'm doing this for my fucking bathroom now. Anyway, what do you know about a place where we're going to be talking about shit. Anyway, for those of you who aren't aware of this, Paramount Animation has apparently acquired the rights to Elton John's brand new masterpiece, which is going to be a sequel to his, I believe, produced magnum opus that was
Romeo and Juliet, and it's apparently getting a sequel slated for January 2018, and apparently going under the title Sherlock Gnomes.
Oh God.
Oh, like, we so didn't know this. We're going to talk about
Romeo and
this.
Juliet now crossing over with Sherlock Holmes.
Then no one's crossing over with Sherlock motherfucking Holmes. That's
Yeah.
that's a more accurate.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
I got to drop out because it's like half past midnight here.
Oh,
and
that's
I'm
fine, man.
shattered, so I'm going to drop you out.
Alright. It was nice having you, though.
Oh no, invite me again. I would like to come in.
Alright, fine, man. I'll add you to the podcast chat so we can discuss when you can join and stuff.
Fantastic.
All right.
Okay, no worries. See ya, bye.
Anyway, let's get this over with. An interesting thing about this movie is that, ironically enough, we talked about Mark Osborne, who was one of the co-directors of Kung Fu Panda. This is also being directed by the other co-director of Kung Fu Panda, John Stevenson, who has
Obviously
previously
the lesser director, if this is what he jumped onto next.
who has previously done.
Oh, wow.
I'm looking it up right now. John Stevenson has done. Well, he's actually done extensive work. Wait a minute.
He's done the
same John.
He's known for Kung Fu Panda Boys. He's known for the Shrek. He's known for Shrek 2. He's known for Madagascar. So, yeah.
Am I looking up the same John Stevenson's? Because the John Stevenson I just looked up is actually an uncredited Jim Henson storyboard artist.
Nope, I think we're looking at different ones. George.
Let me look. I'm gonna screenshot this right now.
Like, I've literally. It's got like.
Check this out. See, look,
it's
same director.
Yep, yeah, same thing. Yeah, just same thing you're looking
Okay.
at.
Well, that's.
Yeah, I said obviously the lesser director. Clearly I'm wrong, but
That's.
he goes
bizarre.
from Jim Henson to Romeo and Juliet. How the mighty have fallen.
I have
the
no
cast,
idea.
though.
It's bizarre.
What's bizarre?
Just
Oh.
everything about this. But again, that's not.
Well, you know,
well,
money's a very important commodity in life, mate.
What's interesting is that the first movie came out about nearly a half a decade ago. By the time this sequel comes out, it will be a total of 7 years since the original.
In other translation, nobody will give a shit about the original, which was nobody gave a shit about the original. So pretty much this project it's done from the get-go.
I don't know. The original was okay. It's not terrible.
My
It's
brother
so-
hates it. I thought it was fine, to be honest.
It's okay. It's average, but like it's not certainly nothing to
Honestly,
write.
I see it being a big major hit in the Walmart $5 bin.
But anyway, the noteworthy thing about this movie is who's going to be starring in it. Obviously, the two Romeo and Juliet are returning, who were previously voiced by, of all people, James McAvoy and Emily Blunt.
How did you not know it was Emily Blunt, dude?
What?
I'm not making this up.
How did you not know?
I really didn't. I only found out about this weeks ago.
How do you not know she's
The
like
cast of
voiced?
Romeo and Juliet was like a weird amalgamation itself. Like I noticed that two British comedians, Matt Lucas and Stephen Merchant, are both in the film.
And Jason Statham was in it too. That's
Wait,
again. I wish I. Yeah, I'm serious.
Okay, so we have Jason Statham, Stephen Merchant, Matt Lucas, Emily Blunt. How the hell have we not noticed them before?
I have no idea. I really don't.
So I guess the moral of the story is, when you're Elton John, you can get anybody.
Yeah. But anyway, but it comes down to who is actually going to be playing the title character. Sherlock Gnomes himself is going to be played by all people by the guy who. You just had to kill the mood, didn't you? I was just building it up, and you just had to just come in and destroy everything. Yes, he's going to be playing Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Yep, the Johnny Depp voice.
Who previously just gained a bit of traction thanks to Black Mass. Hey, look, Johnny Depp's back. Maybe he's going to be being taken. Oh, here's Gnomes. As if Mordecai wasn't a big enough nail in the coffin for his entire film career.
Yup.
You'd think the Lone Ranger would have been enough to make him realize, oh shit, this kind of stuff probably isn't for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Lone Ranger wasn't a animated film.
True.
But Johnny Depp has done.
And I saw that film in the theater.
Was it Rango? Yeah,
I think
Rango
the only
was
animated film he's actually done was Rango, actually, now that I
Yeah,
think
Rango
about it.
was really good.
Rango's excellent.
I really like Rango.
So, yeah, I don't know, thoughts on this? Aside from the fact that this is probably going to bomb harder than Fantastic Four.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna bomb harder than Fantastic Four, and just by the pun itself, I want to take a knife and make Kitty on it.
Bravo.
I'll say is if the DVD and Blu-ray comes out, and I notice there's a sticker on there with a dove on it, and it says "Family Approved," I will not be surprised.
Family approved.
That's like a weird.
A family picture.
That seems to be like a weird stamp of like films that would never do well in the box office. It's just like if it has that sticker on it, I don't know why. I guess it's just because like I see a bunch of like low, like middle of the road to extremely low budget schlock like at a Walmart or something with that sticker on there.
I've never noticed it. I haven't been to a Walmart in years.
At least you have a Walmart. I don't even have one. The closest thing I have to American is probably Costco.
Yeah, I actually have Costco. We actually have Costco's down in New York.
Yeah.
Wait, Oscar, where are you from?
I live in a land where we ride on kangaroos.
He's an Aussie. He's
Oh,
a
okay,
fucking Aussie.
Oh wow, you got a bag? Yeah, come on, guys.
Hey, you
Oh my
gotta
god, no. I'm so sorry.
I'm
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it like that. You just said kangaroos, and I went, oh, Australia. Wait,
Yeah. It's a joke I do with a lot of my friends
Alright.
who live overseas. But anyway, yeah, I'm Australian.
Actually, now that I think about it, if Thomas was still on here, he probably would say, wait, Walmart? I don't know what to talk about. And then I would go, Asda. And you go, oh, okay.
But anyway, final thoughts before we finally wrap this up?
This was a great podcast. It's great to be back, but it will not last. I'll probably go like on a 1 year break again, and then I'll just come back randomly.
Yeah.
I am really impressed by all of us. We managed to stay completely on topic about everything. We all managed to stay on here.
I mean, I'm actually surprised.
I'm surprised. I'm more surprised that Red Letter hasn't hired you for how sarcastic that sounded.
And I guess on the plus side, everyone can see my ugly mug. So there's.
Look at my, I'm not that ugly.
It's not that bad.
Oh my god, I completely forgot Gene was here! I'm so sorry, man.
Ryoga!
Ryoga, you there?
He's probably off again.
Oh my god, he's dead.
No, he's probably dealing with.
It's funny, just as you said that, the daily siren that my town plays just started to play.
Oh.
But anyway, yeah, Romeo and Juliet 2, Sherlock Gnomes, coming your way to your local $5 Walmart bin. So look for it there.
Coming soon to your local Dollar General.
Why get it at a Walmart store? What's better than just going on piratebay.com? Why buy it? Why buy it? Why just torrent it?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know, maybe.
Well, like I said, for me, it's a bit like there's a legal middle ground for me. Even if it should, I don't generally pirate it.
No, don't worry. Don't worry. You're the only one. There'll be more people.
I actually own a few copies of some pretty terrible movies. Now that I think about it, I own The Reef. And if you have heard of The Reef, it's a masterpiece in the making.
Sure, it is. Sure.
Sure. I feel we're seeing a fucking Citizen Kane now.
Here we go.
I mean, you mean FFaker, dude. FFaker is better than Citizen Kane.
Who gives?
Here it is. Here's the masterpiece known as The Reef.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no, that fucking Finding Nemo ripoff.
To be honest, the only reason I bought it was just because I remember I heard about it. I heard it was absolutely terrible, and I went, I haven't watched a lot of bad movies lately, so I figured, why not?
You need a fucking doctor. Oh wait, you don't need a fucking doctor. You need a fucking patient. Well, yeah, let's just finish this off.
That's a sign of kitties. George, will you do the honors?
Huh.
Sherlock Gnomes is probably gonna flop horribly. How about that? That sums it up.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. And
Yep.
George is just lip syncing, I think.
Dude, the mic, your mic is off.
He's lip syncing, boys. Yep. Yeah,
That's weird.
he's lip syncing. Yeah, George is just lip syncing. So you look at him, he's like trying to sing a song, lip syncing. It's just like gonna go on YouTube. I swear when like George watches this, he's gonna like find that and like kill you.
With the sound of music.
We'll play a game I like to call Guess the Lyrics.
Well,
My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't. That she got my son.
This has been the Master Spin Podcast with me, your host, George Baum. And joining me today, I had Ryoga, Thomas, Oscar, Frodo, Jacob. And we'll see you next week. Hopefully, if we after this, and peace.
Binky
I
Bill's
didn't
the rest,
even-
guys.
see ya.
Binky Bill's the rest. Bye.
Right. See ya.
Yeah, too.
Bye-bye.
Peace.